Hipper here. So today we have a video with myself and Spartan Elite 43, the one and only. And he's right there. We spawned right next to each other. I'm in Des Moines and he's in Minotaur. And I instantly noticed that Spartan is looks like he's going right. And he noticed the same about me, that I was going to push in here to the corner. So we split up the cap between us, hoping to, get rid of the destroyer if there is one in there. So if you like this video here, don't forget to obviously subscribe, like, share, and of course comment. Like I said, I read all comments, negative and positive, so please go ahead and give me your opinion. So like I said, this is a totally random battle. I mean, we are not divisioned up, Spartan and I, and it's just dumb luck that we're in the same game, on the same team, and right next to each other as well. So like I said, we can kind of split this cap here between us, and like I also said, like we know, like as experienced players, we know instantly what the other one is up to, so we don't really have to communicate really. Like we had a bit of chat after the game, but not during the game actually, because I didn't have my headset with me at the time, so I didn't really bother. So I'm running my anti-dispersion Montpellier build here, which is Montpellier with Vian and Azure Lane Azuma, giving me probably the most annoying Des Moines in the game, because it's really hard to hit this thing here. Especially if, like now, you keep your bow on towards the Kurfürst here, and you just put your faith in the algorithms behind the game, meaning that you should take less hits. And you do take less hits, but of course it doesn't mean that whatever hits you take won't hurt, because they will. But it works pretty well, and I've kind of made it my standard build on Des Moines. So I'm just going to sit here and whack this Kurfürst, and Spartan is hitting him from the side. So obviously he cannot angle towards the both of us, and that means that now he's going to give Spartan broadside, and Spartan is just going to be able to absolutely chew through this Kurfürst here. And I'll set as many fires as I can from over here, and we should be able to deal with this guy relatively fast. He keeps knocking out my guns though, which is quite annoying, but other than that, it's working out pretty well. So I am taking a lot of damage now, so I just need to just drop off for just a second here so I can regroup, and also not get that nice incoming double shell there. And we have the Shima in the cap, and he's reversing in. So someone has been, looking at World of Warships video, I think. But my Shima is a little bit late in smoking me up. That would have been good like 30 seconds ago, so I didn't have to, leave my position. But whatever, you can't, have everything in this game. So the Kurfürst is almost done now. Spartan has almost picked him off the map. So I can move in and help with dealing with the destroyer in here. So I'm kind of keeping him spotted here, because I was hoping my destroyer would take a few shots at him, but he's not. So my radar is going to run out now, and meaning that obviously I can't see the Shima anymore. So just going to see if we can actually remove him here, as long as someone else is spotting. It could actually be Spartan radaring, I'm not really sure. I forgot to ask him about that. So I'd say we got a pretty decent team in this battle here, which, it's not rare, but it's also not common. It just feels like it's more common to get one of those absolutely horrible teams where nothing works. But at least in this case here, we seem to have a team that's actually doing pretty well. Because we are 5 minutes into the game now, and we only lost 2 ships. So, that's not too bad. Sometimes you lost like 5 or 6 ships, and then you're pretty much sure which way that battle is going to go. So, Spartan is keeping on the side, and I'm going to just help out with capping here, and then I'm going to pretty much cross this cap here. At least that's the plan at the moment. Like staying in here where I have some cover, and just getting over to pretty much where the smoke is now, and then see if I can't open a corridor over to B, because I don't want to push D, because that usually ends in disaster. So in my opinion, it's better to grab like the C cap here, and then if you've lost the B cap, then go for the B cap. If you have the B cap, then just set up a defensive position and hold those caps. There's no point going for the D cap. It's pretty risky, especially if the other team already has the B cap. Then you should focus on the B cap instead of the D cap, because you're just spreading your forces too thin by moseying all the way down there. Of course, it depends on every battle, but in general, that's my impression. So right here, I'm actually thinking we're going to lose, because the Reds have pretty much destroyed the B cap. There's only one cruiser left over there, and we're equal on ships and pretty much equal on points as well. But to me, right now, it just looks like they have the upper hand. So that's why I say, okay, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to sit in here and soften up whatever I can. And then once the Reds are down one ship as a minimum, then we should probably try to push out towards the B cap. But as it is now, I don't think that's the way to go, at least not for me. And this Vlad here coming around the corner, he's got his eye on Spartan. And I mean, in a minute, that'll be the end of that Minotaur. So at this point, it looks like this is a battle that's going to be won by, you know, getting rid of all the enemy ships, because we're still pretty much neck on neck in points, and there goes a Minotaur, and that means that obviously we're ahead on points now, but I still think it's safer to try, if we can't, eliminate at least 2 or 3 more red ships and then make a push. So also that's why I'm staying in cover here, because the more damage I can do from cover as soon as this Vlad here pushes a little bit further, well, it'll save me a lot of, you know, damage. And I already took a lot. I'm down to half health here. It looked like Spartan was unfortunately spotted in the smoke. I don't know if he's running smoke Minotaur or radar Minotaur, actually. Again, I forgot to ask. But I was just assuming he was running radar because that shimmer that was spotted earlier. So, but actually now that I, you know, rewatched the battle, I'm thinking, well, perhaps he's actually running smoke. But anyway, the Vlad is gone, and we also just lost a Suzuya, yeah, so we are down to 4 versus 3 now. And that kind of changes things. I'm thinking, okay, perhaps we actually have to win this battle here on points instead now. It keeps, you know, fluctuating back and forth. So there's a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer left on the enemy team. And considering I still have a radar left, I'm thinking, well, that destroyer probably has my name on it. I should focus on that. So I'm gonna leave this Iowa to the rest of the guys. I'm still shooting at ships because, I mean, why not? If you have targets, shoot at them. But I'm going to go out and look for the destroyer because he's pretty much the only threat now. He could, in theory, you know, flip a few caps and actually make us lose. Although we have the upper hand right now. It's just the upper hand. Like, this could still go either way, really. So I have a pretty good idea where the destroyer is. You know, thinking that he's probably somewhere just to the north of B cap, probably just in the quadrant next to the island. I'm thinking that, and I'm just guessing here. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit until he gets closer, because this Iowa here is in a perfect farming position. So let's set a few fires here and see if we can actually get him out of the way, because that will open up the whole middle map for me to actually go out and look for this destroyer. So he's getting very low now, and he's starting to show broadside to my battleship, so I'm guessing it won't take long before he is removed from the game and we can actually move on. And that's it. The Shima got the kill, and the Alaska is also spotted now. So that gives me a pretty good idea, because I'm spotted now, and I also was spotted just before I fired. But you can see the destroyer is in A, so that's good. Doesn't matter, because we have our own destroyer is in D. He's taking the opportunity. So even if the destroyer captures A, it's not really a problem. But at least I know exactly where he is now, so I can cut him off, because I'm pretty sure his plan is to go from A to C. So obviously I'm going to make sure that that's going to be impossible for him. And like I said, I still have a radar, so I just have to get close enough. So I'm pretty sure I got the destroyer within my radar range, and then pop it, and that should be it. So we'll turn early, so we can cut the destroyer off. I don't want him to be able to escape the A cap and get close to the C cap. I want him to actually retreat towards the B cap instead. So that way he's going to waste a lot of time, and there's no way he can really make it to the D cap in time, and we can, you know, keep our point lead here. Because that Alaska is in a pretty good defensive position, and I mean, he could hold out in there for quite a while. So this kind of serves two purposes, and there's torps coming there. One, I'm cutting off the destroyer, so he can't go to the C cap, and two, I'm obviously corralling the destroyer onto the red area of the map already, so we can have the two ships in the same area. And then third, I'm also setting up like a nice position so I can catch the Alaska in a crossfire. So there's the Sommers. I don't know why he suddenly popped up there, but you know, very convenient. So I just pop my radar, and then we get to have a lot of fun. And like I said, the Alaska is bow tanking and reversing, so if I can just come around the mountain there and get at his broadside, then that'll make this battle, you know, finish much faster than it usually would. So you can see, it looks like our battleship is going for a ram inside the cap, and get the Sommers out of the game. I mean, a ram in this situation is actually a pretty good idea because it'll end the battle quite quickly. But as you can see, the Alaska is reversing, so he could potentially outlast the battleship. But like I said, he is broadside to me, and I probably should have waited just a few more seconds before firing there. But anyway, he's nice and broadside, and we're obviously gonna, you know, take advantage of that and get at him here and getting some good damage, because he can't angle towards me, because that means he'll angle towards the battleship, and I'm pretty sure he prefers Des Moines shells over battleship shells to his broadside. Even though, I don't know if that's the battleship shooting HE, but in any case, we switch to AP, and that should finish him off here. So that was Spartan Elite 43 and myself in a random battle here, and it's always fun to meet the other content creators out there, especially when you don't plan it and it just happens. So I hope you enjoyed the battle, and I'll see you out there.